Hiya guys, welcome to the Shoegazer 93 channel, and I am delighted that I finally got my first musician and shoegaze legend guest on my channel, and that was Greg Akell of Drop 19s, which I conducted the interview last night, and parts 1 and 2 are both on my channel now. And seems to have got a great reaction so far. I found out some great things about the Mayfield demos, which is going to be called 1991 because it's got the 19 Drop 19s 1991. That was one reason for calling it. It's just because they like the number 19, and obviously the demos are from 91. I found out it was split up into 2 EPs, which was something I never knew before. I thought it was a whole LP length collection of demos, but it turns out that they actually did 2 EPs, and the second EP they went further into the shoegaze thing, and that was with Day Mom, song for JJ, Soapland, and Back in Our Old Bed. And I just found out some amazing things. So that's the Mayfield demos are due for March 2024. I think I'm okay in announcing that because Greg Akell let it slip last night, so I'm sure I'm allowed to announce that on behalf of Drop 19s. It's going to be for vinyl release as well, so guys like Yogi Shoegazer Duncan will be well happy with that. And so the crux of this video was to say about Kevin Shields. He has prompted me to talk about the My Bloody Valentine situation and whether I think they will do something ever again or not. And it's just the recent events that he's done with playing with J Mascis from Dinosaur Jr. And they did played at the Garage in London, which is quite a big venue, and they did a Cure cover, Just Like Heaven, which was of course covered by Dinosaur Jr. way back when, but they also did Thorn, which is obviously an MBV EP track, with the kind of slow vibrato arm technique, the slow glide guitar. I think it was one of the first songs that used that. It was Thorn and Slow that Kevin Shields really first used the glide guitar on, where he came up with that technique. It's when he got his first Jazz Master and started changing the way he played guitar. And anyway, so it's kind of prompted me really, these recent events with Kevin Shields playing with J Mascis live, and also the Shields Blender pedal that recently came out this year. So it's kind of making me think really about, is he signaling a comeback, or with My Bloody Valentine, or is it just he's just doing these things and he can't get Belinda or Colm or Debbie to be on the same page as him? I to be honest, I thought it was all over really. I thought My Bloody Valentine were a done thing, a thing, they've said all they need to say, and they've done all they needed to do, and they've made their artistic statements, and that may well be true. I remember 2018, they played Birmingham Institute, O2 Institute, I think it was, and I think one of my friends went to it, and I decided not to go, which is a really, it's come back to bite me on the backside, big time. I was kind of naive. Well, it wasn't just that. It was the fact that I had spent a lot of money on gigs in that year, in the year of 2018. I saw the Cure Hyde Park 40th anniversary celebration, where Editors, Interpol, Goldfrapp, I think it was Explosions in the Sky, the post-rock guys, and Slow Dive and Ride were there. It was that gig, so I spent a lot of money on that, and I saw Swerve Drive that year, and then I saw Nothing in December of 2018. That's the band Nothing, Kenny. just in case you thought I just saw Nothing, like I was just looking at a blank page. No, I'm on about the band Nothing. The Philadelphia kind of post-hardcore grunge gaze band. But so it made me think about Oh no, I sort of lost where I was, so I digressed a bit. So yeah, I didn't go to the 2018 gig. That was like the last one that they played, My Bloody Valentine, the last one they'd done in the UK. Because I just thought that they were, I thought, because they were bringing out new songs, weren't they? They had like new song 1 and new song 2. They had 2 new songs they were playing live. So I just assumed that, they were getting their feet back on the ground and things were going to come to a new album or new EP. Because he even came to the press and said, Kevin Shields even came to the press and said, this is what's coming. We're going to get 2 EPs out in 2018. And we were like, great, this is awesome. And I just thought like, oh, well, if I miss the Birmingham gig, then they'll probably play at the London Roundhouse in a month's time, or they will play Bristol if I'm really lucky, or probably Bristol probably doesn't even have a venue that would really suffice for the whole decibel level of MBV and the acoustics and stuff. So it would probably, I was holding out really for like London Roundhouse or Manchester Apollo. I just thought they were going to do a tour following the Birmingham thing, but it ended up being a really, really fatal mistake, because they haven't played the UK since as a band. It's only been Kevin Shields doing like tiny things here and there as a solo artist, just collaborating with somebody else. But My Bloody Valentine have been nowhere to be seen since 2018. Then they did that what's it called again? Summer Days Festival or whatever it was in America, didn't they? In September, Slow Dive were there as well. Or Desert Days, Desert Days it was called, yeah. And then that was it, really. They just vanished after that. So, anyway, my point is, do you guys think that My Bloody Valentine will ever get back together? Do you think that is it just Kevin? Just wait, is the ball in the courts of Belinda and Colm and Debbie? Is Kevin just waiting for them to agree, or or are they too old? Are they? I mean, because Kevin Shields must be like 65 years old or something now, and he's got, it's well known that he's had tinnitus or tinnitus, however you want to pronounce it. He's had tinnitus for decades, I think. He probably first got it in the 90s, I think. So, and it must only get worse with age. Obviously I don't know, because I'm not 65 myself, but obviously it's a well-known kind of thing that your body kind of regresses the older you get, and things start to degrade. So I'm guessing you think about the age combined with the tinnitus, it's only getting worse, and it can only get worse. And I think that he might, you know, Kevin Shields, and you know, and that's not to mention the rest of them. You know, who knows? Belinda might have tinnitus as well. You know, and Coleman or Debbie, and I think that it may be just too late. You know, they're only getting older. Time is against them, and but you would think though, if you know, you would think that if Kevin Shields knew that they were never going to play again because of the tinnitus, and you know, or if they got like too many family commitments now, and you know, just think big things like that, then he would come out and make a statement and say, no, it's not happening ever again. He wouldn't leave fans hanging like this if, you know, if it was, if he knew that it was an impossibility, he would probably come out and say that, but he hasn't. He's left the door wide open. So there's reasons for it happening again, but there's a whole lot of reasons against it as well, why it just won't happen. So it's very hard to tell with this band. I mean, I think Belinda is the most secretive out of all of them, really. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like she hasn't even got a mobile phone, like she's just a recluse, like, and Kevin has to like knock on her door like, hello Belinda, come on, it's time to go now, we got a gig, let's go. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if like she's still like living in the 1960s, 70s, and she hasn't got any email or phone. You know, this is like she's still like living in a pre-internet, pre-mobile phone era, you know, because you just don't hear anything from Belinda at all. I mean, at least Debbie Googe, you know, she's done stuff with the Thurston Moore bands, the Sonic Youth's Thurston Moore. She's been in that band playing bass. I think even Colm is like, he's done like a couple of interviews, but with Belinda, it's like just question marks. You know, she's just I mean, to us fans, she's just like just a person who she just pops up just for the gigs, you know. She just Belinda, it's a MBV gig, like, you know, like to us fans, it seems like she only appears when there's an MBV gig, and like she has nothing else with her life at all. So yeah, it's a funny one. I mean, is it necessary as well? Like, do we need My Bloody Valentine? Should we just let the youth just do their own thing and sort of take the mantle, take the throne? You know, because there's been so many great bands that have really adopted their style in the last like 10-15 years. You know, the people in my generation, the people who were born in the early 90s, you know, it's been great stuff. I mean, from my generation. So they may be thinking, is there any needs? And yeah, they don't seem to be influenced by what their contemporaries are doing. You know, if the fact that Slow Dive and Ride and Drop 19s and Swirlies and that have all come back, and to mention a few, and Lush, like that doesn't seem to have affected their decision to you know, reform along with those guys. So yeah, let me know in the comments, do you see My Bloody Valentine coming back, or are they a thing of the past now? Cheers, take care guys.